out of the end zone, incomplete, intended for Novacek, broken up by Hopkins.
Hey, and Nate Newton is down on the play. I guess he's going to be okay. Nate has a bad knee, and he's just playing on that knee. In fact, they were talking about maybe doing surgery on it. They decided just to let it go until the season's over, and he got thrown right at the end. He's a left guard here. What, 61? Nate Newton blocking his guy, pushes him right on beyond, and then someone rolled up the back of his leg.
So he comes back to throw again with 29 seconds left. Retreats, grounds it in the direction of Emmitt Smith.
I think Reggie White made him ground that, Pat. As Aikman was going to throw it, Reggie White, 92, made a heck of a pass rush, came around with his right arm and knocked that ball out of there. Watch Reggie White. He's right here. This guy is the most dominating defensive lineman in football. When he wants to rush like this, he's so big, so strong, you're not going to block him. He grabs him with his left hand and brings the right arm around and chops it out of there.
The field goal try is 35 yards away. And finally, they can use the scoreboard. Dallas, 33-yard field goal by Elliott. And they lead 3-0.
I was worried about that. We're going to go to Terry and Greg at halftime for scores and highlights. We didn't have any score. At least we give them a score.
We had some highlights.
Yeah. They had enough shots. I mean, the Eagles' defense is a great defense. But doggone, you just can't take that many shots. I mean, I think them holding the Cowboys to 3-0 for one half is an amazing feat by this Eagle team.
Still 21 seconds left to play in the first half. The Eagles have all of their timeouts remaining.
That's Richie Kotite talking to Dick Wood there, one of his offensive coaches. And I think he looks like he's begging, is there anything we can do? Do you have any ideas? How can we get things in sync? What are they doing? What can we do? We better talk at halftime, and they have to get something going offensively.
Seidner, Sakahima, back deep. Elliott's kickoff's a good one. Almost goes out of the end zone, and they stay in there. The Eagles take over with 21 seconds. 21 seconds left to play in the first half. The Eagles have all of their timeouts remaining.
I would think with this and the way the Eagles have been going in this first half that they would probably just run the clock out here. I mean, I don't think you have to take an 80-yard shot here and have anything bad happen just before halftime.
They have one first down, 22 yards in total offense. 21 seconds again remaining in the first half. Cunningham gives to Walker. Left side, stopped by James Washington. He got 8, but that'll be the last play of the first half. And as you said, John, the way that offense, the Eagle offense particularly, has been going, just don't take any chances. Nothing. That's the end of the first. I beg your pardon. That's the end of the first half with the score 3-0 now. Dallas leading Philadelphia. Back at Texas Stadium. Low scoring. Almost a no scoring first half. Randall Cunningham with Seth Joyner. The Eagles have 2 yards passing and 28 yards running in the first half. Cunningham 3 out of 8 for 13, the 1 interception.
And Randall Cunningham is in a funk, and I mean, it looks like Seth Joyner, who is a high-energy guy, is trying to give him some energy, give him some confidence, give him something, saying, you know, this is your game, just relax, let it go and play. He's only completed passes to his running backs. He hasn't completed passes to his tight end or a wide receiver. He has a Fred Barnett out there. Somewhere you think they're going to have to get the ball to those guys.
As we begin the third quarter, Dallas leading 3-0. Again, they will not bring this one out. Seidner. Sakahima told him to stay in there.
Yeah, if you look at these stats, you would think that the score should be like 20 or 20, 30, or 25, 30 to nothing. The Eagles only have 1 first down, 28 yards rushing, 2 yards passing. The turnovers is the same. Look at that time of possession.
And check the quarterback. Jim McMahon behind that mask. Takes over at quarterback for Randall Cunningham.
I had the feeling the Eagles had to do something.
McMahon a long count pitch to Walker. Walker with some room left side, doesn't do much. 5 yards for Herschel Walker, stopped by Norton.
You know, you could tell right just before halftime when we saw Richie Kotite talking to one of his offensive coaches, Dick Wood, there, that that's probably what they were talking about. If you want to make a change, you want to know it going in before you go in, so you have the whole halftime to get the other guy ready. I'm sure they don't want to lose Randall Cunningham and his confidence, but they want to get the momentum change in this thing and get something going offensively.
2nd and 5. The Eagles at their own 25. McMahon changing the play. Down to 5 seconds on the play clock. McMahon to throw it. Incomplete. Good coverage. Intended Calvin Williams. Thomas Everett up to make the hit, and he will do that.
And you know, somewhere here that Jim McMahon is a guy who likes to go maximum protection, keep the guys in, just get a couple of guys out, stay in the pocket, and throw the ball. And somewhere, I'm sure they talked about at halftime that he's going to try and get the ball to his outside receivers. I'll bet somewhere he's going to try and throw deep to Fred Barnett, but he needs better field position than this.
3rd and 5. Crowd on its feet and loud. Barnett to the right. McMahon out of the shotgun. With Fred Barnett complete, first down Philadelphia. First pass all day complete to a wide receiver.
And you know, when you have a guy like Fred Barnett, you have to get the ball to him, because if you don't get it to him, especially early, some of these guys will lose interest in the game. I know Jerry Rice is that way. You got to get the ball to him, get him involved in the game, get him competing. When you don't get a guy the ball in the first half, then you better come out and get it to him right away in the second half. Jim McMahon just did that.
1st and 10, Philadelphia at the 40. Byers and Walker behind McMahon. Walker. He drags some Cowboy tacklers. Tony Tolbert and Robert Jones dragged Walker down. 8-yard gain for Walker.
Again, after you complete a couple of passes and then they think you're going to pass, then you get them pass rushing. Now you got that defense loosened up a little. Especially, that's why you like to get the ball to a wide receiver. Kind of spread it out, get them back off where they're not ganging up and you're running your short stuff.
This is the first action for Jim McMahon since preseason. But he's a guy that wherever he goes commands respect. McMahon going deep. Hope. And Calvin Williams came back to make the catch. A gain of 37. Hope back there with him. A flag on the play.
Well, that's going to be against Calvin Williams because he just picked the ball up. The flag wasn't out there, or at least the first one. The second one, he just picked the ball up and he threw it at Isaac Holt. Again, sometimes you just have to get your ball deep. We talked about spread them out, throw that thing up there deep. Here it's a one-on-one. Calvin Williams wins the jump ball. See, now he taunted there. He shouldn't have done that. Holt throws it back. He shouldn't have done that. Williams throws it back.
A lot of shouldn't have done it.
Well, so I think they called them both for shouldn't have done it, so it was offsetting penalty. They called Holt for throwing it at Williams for throwing it at Holt, but Williams started it by putting it in Holt's neck.
Williams got 2 throws to Holt's 1. No penalty. They offset. Williams wide right, Barnett to the left. Byers in motion, McMahon the quarterback. Jim McMahon to the 5. He's not supposed to do that.
I don't can say that about McMahon. He's not supposed to do it. The minute you say to Jim McMahon, hey, you're not supposed to do it, I'll guarantee you